generosity.
Ron, what do you make of this language of hostile environment?
I don't think it's a hostile environment at all. I think Gordon Lyons, through the executive funding, has pledged £62 million to the rebuilding of Casement Park. That doesn't seem like a cold shoulder to me. That's a cosy wee blanket. And the tone is the thing that we have to address in all of these debates that we have around Casement Park. And the tone is set from the outset that unionism must embrace the GAA when the GAA won't put its house in order. The GAA's application of its business right across Northern Ireland, how it addresses concerns from unionism about how it conducts its affairs, means that there's a gulf between unionism and between the GAA. And the GAA can close that gap quite easily by taking away those things which unionism would describe as hostile. And when one of the victims groups met with the GAA last year, they were concerned about the "Ooh-ah, up the Ra" chanting that comes from sections of GAA supporters. They were told that this can be interpreted as banter. Well, how can you interpret "Ooh-ah, up the Ra" as any other way? The GAA needs to get its house in order from the leadership down, from Jarlath Burns, who won't address these issues. And when they do address the issues, then the public will have the obstacles to Casement Park taken away. But
David,
there are obstacles there, and they're made by the GAA.
Unionism and the GAA. There's a long history behind that. Of course there is, and it would be foolish to deny there wasn't. Is it time for peace? Is it time for a truce? Is it time to fix that relationship? Ron, would you be up for that?
Of course we'd be up for it. And that's what we've been saying around Casement Park, around the GAA for years, is that there has to be an olive branch. And one of the things that puts a gulf between unionism and between the GAA is the naming of grounds after IMLA hunger strikers, the founders of the PIRA against that, grounds named after IRA men. The Armagh banners that we had last year were the two Gaelic players that had the slogan under it of "These snipers don't miss." What message does that send to the unionist community? So I'm a representative of the unionist community, and I'm saying that the GAA needs to get its house in order and approach unionism again. Unionism has held out an olive branch through Gordon Lyons of £62 million that I personally and the TUV wouldn't offer. So in my opinion, Gordon Lyons has been weak in that, and yet Jarlath Burns was criticising them and getting into politics this morning. So I think that the GAA needs to get its house in order, and unionism can have that relationship.
Ron, we can all do this, can't we? We can do this forever, right? We can do this until kingdom come. You can have people, I know they'll be writing texts right now saying, Ron, what message does it send to the Catholic community if you have one of the Shankill butchers acting as a marshal on an orange parade? We can do this, can't we? We can do tit-for-tat rhetoric forever.
And you call it out when it's wrong. Politics is a very simple game, and Jarlath Burns has dipped his toe into politics here. And politics is a very simple game of right and wrong, and people will call it out in simple terms of right and wrong. Is it wrong for elements of the GAA to goad their Protestant neighbours by naming their grounds, by chanting "Ooh-ah, up the Ra", by basically laughing in the face of the victims of IRA terror? That's simply wrong.
David?